Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us here at Transwest Truck Trailer RV of Fredrick, Colorado. My name is Michaela. What I'm going to run through for you guys this morning is a brand new 2025 Cimarron Lonestar stock combo. This one was a custom build, so this one is not available for sale. It was custom ordered by one of my customers, but I like to run you guys through these custom builds to show you what all you can do to them, what works best for you. You guys can pick and choose some options and see some of these cool features here in person. So we are going to run through this trailer together, but before we get to it here in person, we're going to go ahead and pull up that drawing and look at it together. So what you will see on the drawing of this trailer is we are looking at a floor length of 24 feet on this guy. We did end up with a 7-foot front tack on a straight wall there, so a large front tack on here. End up with a 17-foot stall area. We've got a couple traveling gates back there that travel 15 feet altogether. We're at a standard height of 7 feet 1 inch, extra width of 7 feet 6 inches, and then we do have a 6-foot hay rack up top as well. So kind of a lot going on. You guys can also see that this customer did add some really cool graphics to this trailer. This was added after the fact at our sister store called Mammoth Graphics right down the road from us. So we did do this once it got here, not down at Cimarron, but let's go ahead and get to the trailer here in person and show you guys what it looks like. So I did mention we have a straight wall front tack and it totals 7 feet altogether. So this is one of our dual tack models. You guys can see everything right here does swing out, easy access right here for you. So 3 saddle racks on each side on your swing out arm. These are my favorite saddle racks because they are so good at keeping your saddles on there. The carpet adds a lot of that extra grip factor, and then you have this wither block right here that sets up in the gullet of your saddle. This was designed by Cimarron, so this is their mold. They own this extrusion right here. Does a phenomenal job of keeping your saddles where you put them traveling down the road. So you don't get to where you're going and have your saddles end up on the ground. But all 3 of these right here are fully adjustable within your swing out arm right here. So you're just gonna grab you a wrench, loosen these bolts, and you can slide it up and down wherever you need to. If you want them a little bit lower, need them a little bit higher, just want them spaced out more to get room for those saddle horns on your Western saddles, you can do that with these guys. So I love the versatility with those. Over here we did do a 42-inch door on each side. So we have our oversized Cimarron door that everyone loves so much. Lots of compliments on this guy. Starting up top, we do have a sliding bus window on each one. I love that, just getting ventilation through your tack room, but especially right here by your saddle pads. That's gonna do a really good job of just pulling the moisture off of those pads, pulling the smell out of your trailer, and just keeping everything dry and clean for you. And then we have our swing out saddle pad right here. So this will swing out as well. You guys can get your saddle pads on and off real easy like that, but it also works just fine having them right here. And having it on the gas shock, you eliminate any other sort of hardware that could be right here that could get in your way. So I actually never, on my personal trailer, I never swing this out. I always leave it like this, and I have no problem getting all my pads on and off of there. And one thing that I do love that they have changed on these are the end caps. They used to have a black plastic rubber end cap that would just kind of set on there. Those would always end up coming off once you grab your pads and slide it off the end. You're gonna pull off that rubber cap, but now we just have it all one piece. So there's nothing to remove. They're all gonna stay on there and you're not losing those black rubber pieces. So I love that change. And then we have a brush tray on each door. One of my favorite features, especially right now in fly season, I've got several bottles of fly spray right here. I've got all my brushes, I've got rubber bands, I've got whatever I need without getting inside my trailer located right here. If you do spill any fly spray, mane and tail detangler, they have those drain holes so you can rinse that out and dry it back out and clean it up. We did upgrade and add a fold down step on each side, so this is not a standard option. This is an upgrade. Definitely recommend though. This one being your 7.6 wide, you end up with a little bit of that full length running board. It's not full width, but it is full length, so it would run up here, but it's gonna be that half width because of the extra width on this guy. My trailer does not have the fold down step. I always tell people I definitely recommend adding these. Makes your life so much easier getting in and out. And I wanna point out, getting in and out of this trailer with everything swung out is still very easy with your 42-inch door. So tons of room to get in and out of here. We'll just go ahead and push this in though so everyone can get inside the front tack room with us and check out all of the options in here. So we'll kind of start up at the front here and work our way around. This customer did add that 48-gallon half moon-shaped water tank right here, so it has that flat back. sets up against the wall, and then it's your half moon up front here. So you're going to fill it at the top. Your spigot, you just run your hose right in here, fills up at the top. Again, 48 gallons, and then you come down to the bottom and you have 2 different spigots right there. So I don't see where my hose is in this trailer, but we do have a hose. I'll just have to find one, but you have a spigot right here that could just fill buckets that you set right here. But then we have this one down here, which is where you're gonna hook up your hose. And then you can run your hose all the way out the door, out your tack room. You can actually use it to rinse horses off, fill water buckets. You could wash your dogs off. You could wash your muddy boots off. It's just so nice having water on board here, especially if you do go out on the ranch, out on the trail, you don't have a water spigot where you are. Nice to have water on board to water those horses. So behind that water tank, we added this permanent build out right here. So this is in case the customer does choose to remove this water tank. He's still gonna have a wall right here. And if he leaves this in, he can still use his calf gate right here. So he went ahead and added this gate right here because he does intend on using this for storage up here and doesn't want anything sliding off. So we have a 10-inch calf gate on this one. So this is what it looks like, guys. This is going to be your 10-inch option right here. And what's really cool is that it does have your AR latches on both sides. So you can open those and drop your gate down. Now you can get in there. You can use this for storage. You can get up in there and access your plexiglass storage tray, which is located over on that right-hand side. Again, this one being your Lonestar stock combo. It does have the plexiglass sides. So that's your tray over there. That's going to store all of your plexiglass pieces, get it up out of the way. And then you still have this huge nose up there with your gray rubber tread flooring for storage. Really nice having this gray rubber versus your carpet. I think it's just going to protect everything a little bit better. And then what we've heard from customers is that carpet will sometimes end up holding some smell to it if you are using it. If you do throw like dirty horse blankets up there, which is what I do, is dirty horse blankets, or you throw something up there that has a little bit of wetness, has a little bit of moisture to it, throw it up there, the carpet absorbs that and holds some of that smell. So we've had a lot of customers opting for the gray rubber tread flooring lately. 2 bus windows up there as well, and then you do have a light up in the nose. So when you do use this for storage, you can see what you got up there. But really easy to use this guy. 2 AR latches on both sides right there. So drop that down, get to your stuff, throw it back up, and now your stuff is gonna stay put. Continued the gray rubber down our drop wall right here. It's also on our floor too. So we've really carried that throughout this front tack room. I love that option. Mine doesn't have it. 10 out of 10 recommend doing that instead of carpet on your floor. And then this boot box right here. We ended up doing it's a little bit more than half width, but what I love about this boot box versus mine is that this one is an 18-inch depth. So mine is their 12-inch depth, which is great. Still holds a ton of stuff. It holds blankets, all my extra blankets that don't fit up in the nose go in here, my magnet sheets, therapeutic boots, all that stuff goes in there. But what's great about the 18-inch is this will actually fit water buckets. So this one is wide enough that you can fit your 5-gallon water buckets down in there and not have any issues. Mine cannot fit water buckets. So this is just nice having a little bit more versatility, but still great storage. Also acts as a bench and also acts as a step up into that gooseneck to get to your storage area. So a really cool option right there. As we work our way around, this is going to be the other side of our dual tack. We do have those OptiBright LEDs up in the nose as well as over each door. So tons of visibility inside of this trailer. And then over to our partition wall. As I mentioned, this one's on our straight wall because of our stock combo, so no slant to this guy. Went ahead and did fully carpet on the partition wall. I like that over here because it's great protectant of your wall and your tack. So tons of bridle hooks, two rows, high and low, to hang all of your stuff right here. If you guys picture hanging your bridles right here, you've got snaps on your reins, you've got conchos, you've got your bits. Anything that's going to set up against here and get to swaying back and forth will now be protected with this carpet. But what it also does is it deadens the noise on the other side of this wall. So it's going to keep it a lot quieter when you have that metal banging on here. Your horses or your cattle will ride a lot quieter over there. So really nice having all this hanging space. That's a lot of bridle hooks to work with right there. So this customer should be real happy with all that storage that he's getting. And then same with up here, OptiBright LED as we step out. And as we step out and take a look back at our front tack, we also have a light located up above the door on the outside. So now you're going to be able to see within your front tack as well as stepping up in there. Or if you're utilizing all those swing out features and you're not getting up in there, now you have light over those swing out saddle racks as well. I love how much light this customer added to this trailer. Shows me how much he is going to use it and how much he has used it and put the time and effort and thought into building something that's really going to work for him and last a long time. So over here, continuing with my comment on the lights, he has added extra clearance lights up top, so extra of those little button marker lights up there. We're going to have lots of light running this one down the road. We also have another 16-inch awning light back here. So now this one's going to be adding light over our tie rings. We did go ahead and do 5 tie rings on each side as well. Having your dual tack, having tie rings on both sides, now you have the versatility and the ability to tie on either side no matter what you need to do. And then our plexiglass that I mentioned, this is going to be plexiglass on both sides being a stock combo. What's really cool about these Cimarrons is that there are no tools required in order to get this plexiglass out, except maybe if you're myself and you might prefer to stick like a little pocket knife in there instead of your fingers. It's a little bit more challenging for me getting my fingers, but you can stick a pocket knife back in there or jam your fingers in there and separate that plexiglass. With this cutout right here, we're just going to be able to slide that plexiglass right out of there. So no tools required. Utilize this gap right here, get your plexiglass out, and then what we always recommend is once you do take out a whole bottom row right here, use some blue masking tape, tape it together, say right hand bottom row, and then throw it up there in your plexiglass tray. Same thing up top, just blue masking tape, tape that row together, right hand upper row, throw it in that plexiglass tray. Gonna make your life a lot easier when you pull them back out and want to stick them back in your trailer. Down here, we did go ahead and do 2 7,000-pound Dexter rubber torsion axles on this guy. What is different on this one is that this customer actually opted to do a 2-inch raise, 2-inch axle block on his trailer right here. So he is gaining an additional 2 inches of clearance. He does plan to haul through some pastures, some uneven terrain. He's got that on his current trailer. He knows that he needs that. And then also it's going to help with riding level on his truck. So that 2-inch axle block combined with your 53-inch drop wall is going to have great clearance to ride this trailer level and get to wherever he needs to go. So we'll go ahead and step around to our stock space back here. So this customer did 2 50-50 gates back here. So you're just going to see your 50-50 opening. This one has a step up, no rear ramp on this guy. Being your extra wide, we went ahead and did 2 8-inch awning LED lights up there. So your load lights are those 2 8-inch, one on each side. So you got tons of visibility getting in and out of this trailer. And then right next to those awning lights, while you guys are up there, you guys can see our tail lights. These are the new tail lights, brand new on these 2025 models that come standard. You guys can see that white X in the middle. That is going to be your reverse light. So now every single one of your tail lights, this trailer has 4, they're going to have a reverse light built in. We have actually tested these in our wash bay, and we put 2 trailers back to back in our wash bay, cut all the lights, turn on reverse lights, and found that these actually end up being quite a bit brighter because they spread the light out, because now you're getting 4 of them versus just the 2 that you would see previously. So really cool upgrade on our 2025s that's now standard. Inside this stock space, knowing that it is a stock combo used for horses and cattle, whatever else, he did go ahead and do kick mat lining all the way around. So you guys did see on our doors as well as all of our walls in here, we have our kick mat lining. We did do tie rails on both sides, so full length tie rails on both sides of your trailer. Now you can use this however you need to, tie your horses up. If you're going nose to tail, tie them up on either side. You can do that. Optic bright lights in here as well. And then what you guys are seeing right here is your traveling gate track. So this is going to allow 15 feet of travel on this one. So this trailer is actually optioned to be able to store both of your traveling gates all the way up at the front, and then you can actually run them all the way back to right about there. So everything but the last 2 feet. So we're really cool to be able to utilize this however you need to. And I do want to demonstrate and show you guys just how easy these traveling gates are. So we're going to see 4 of our AR latches, 2 on each side. What I always recommend is just doing both sides, not at the same time. So you're just going to go back and forth. That way your gate stays level as you're going back and forth. Really easy to do. And now our gate is free to travel wherever we need to. So all I do is just, you're gonna push right in the middle of your gate. You don't wanna do on either side, otherwise you're gonna cause a jam. So make sure you get right in the middle. You can slide this anywhere you need to. So this trailer was built with 2 locations up front, so he can use it this way. He can store, you guys can see, he can store both of his gates up here. That other gate's back there already. Now you have your full stock space to work with right here. So if you are using it as a stock trailer, now you can utilize it as a stock trailer. If you're gonna wanna separate some horses, you can throw this back wherever you need to. Again, just making sure you're grabbing it right in the middle. We did space out all of our OptiBrite LEDs, so no matter where you put your gate, you're gonna have light in each of your bays. And then all you're gonna do is just, I always do the top ones first and then make sure they're sitting level. So you can just go back and forth and do each side. Now you can just go back, make sure you get gate nice and level, and pop that right back in there. So you guys can see all the different locations that we could park this traveling gate anywhere on our upright posts, back and forth along this trailer. So really cool versatility right there. Also how he optioned his traveling gates is he went with our vertical bars versus our horizontal bars. You guys are gonna see those horizontal bars a lot more on our cattle trailers, our steer waltz, our Lonestars that are not stock combos, that kind of thing. We went with vertical bars more just to imitate the horse trailer setup, just kind of like your airflow dividers. It's gonna get a lot more airflow through here, having this much of your bars, and then also visibility, being able to see through these gates. And each of these gates has a swing gate. So again, AR latch, just pop that open. Now you get through. One of the concerns was making sure that we could still get a saddled horse underneath these traveling gates. I know that's kind of an issue when we do our low pros, our steer waltz. This one is your 7'1" tall with this traveling gate. Even with this header right here, I'm 6 foot tall. You're still gonna get tons of clearance right here to be able to walk those saddled horses through these gates without any problems. Also up in our roof of this trailer, you know, you get your standard insulated roof with these Cimarron, so it's gonna be R3 thermal value, keeps it cooler in the summer, warmer in the winter. And then we did do the 2-way roof vents. So these are really easy to use. They pop open both ways. All you're doing is pushing down on that black piece and pushing it whatever way you need to. So I know on my previous trailers, these things were so hard to use. I never used them. I'm showing you guys right now with one hand. This is so easy. Pop them open however you need to. This way is going to draw air in, the other way is going to push air out. Go ahead and close them up too when you're done with them, but real easy to use right there. Our second traveling gate is up here, so we added this one as well. One to have 2 of them so you can use it how you need to, but this one is actually going to be able to store right here, right behind our access gate. So we have a location right here for it, giving us that 4 foot of space right here for this customer to put in his dog boxes. So he does a lot of hunting with dogs. He takes his dogs on the road. They all have their boxes. Having this extra wide access gate right here, you guys can see just how big it is. We did a 42-inch access gate right here. You're gonna be able to get those dog boxes in here really easily with your traveling gate right here, and then you're gonna have all this room for that and still plenty of space for horses behind. So really well optioned out, lots going on in this stock space, but giving you guys some really cool options. If you are hauling horses and cattle, you're doing 2 different things. You're also hauling dogs and dog boxes, whatever you need to do, whatever your uses are. It's really cool that we can build them for so many different uses all in the same trailer. We'll go ahead and step around to our head side here. I'll move this door out of the way real quick so we can check out this bolt-on ladder that we got. So your bolt-on ladder right here is just going to take you right up to that hay rack. Again, a 6 foot hay rack up there. So now you have storage on the roof. Take your hay on the road with you. You could take shavings. You could strap down wheelbarrows up there. Whatever you need to do, you've got that up on top. Same kind of setup over here. We're still going to have our 5 tie rings, 4 back here and 1 up here in front of our access gate. Have our 16-inch awning light over our tie rings as well as over our front tack door. So we've got lots of visibility right here. Again, our same cutout right here. So you can go ahead and pull those plexiglass pieces out. And then on this side, the part that's different is going to be this access gate. Remember I just mentioned it is that oversized 42-inch access gate. This is about as big as we could get between our partition wall here and our axles right here. but this is now giving the customer ample access inside of this stock space right here, be able to get those dog boxes in there or whatever else he might store in that front stock space. And again, carried the same graphics across this side as well. I think it's really gonna stand out, make it a little bit different than the usual plain white trailers that we've been seeing. Same kind of tack room setup on this side. You're gonna have your swing out saddle racks. Again, you get 3 on this side as well that are fully adjustable, can slide up and down wherever you need to. We've got our saddle pad bars on this side as well. I've got my door on a holdback so I can pull on them with one hand. Gear pads on and off of there. Brush tray here as well. So now you can really utilize your tack room on both sides and kind of set it up the same on each side. If you are hauling with friends, hauling with buddies, hauling with a spouse, a partner, you just want to separate, each have your own side, you can do that. Those saddle racks, they are on heavier gas trucks. You might have seen me struggle for just a second right there. It is meant to do that. They're harder when they're empty. Throw some saddles on there, get some weight on there. They work a lot better then. Fold down step on this side as well. But real quick, I'm just gonna go ahead and shut this door. Give you guys one more look at the graphics on this side. These doors are meant to slam. I always slam my doors. Make sure you slam them right there at your handle. Really love the holdbacks on these Cimarrons because they tuck away out of the way. They have a ball in there, so they do swivel. They have a little bit more give, a little bit more forgiveness when the wind does grab them. When you're done with them, they do tuck out of the way though. Just one more safety feature. In my mind, it's a great idea. 53-inch drop wall on this one. We do this on all of our runarounds. Standard, which you will see on other trailer manufacturers, or standard on a Cimarron even, is gonna be 50 inches. So we upgrade all of our runarounds to 53. You'll see all the LQs sitting at 47. 53 is just gonna give you more bed rail clearance along with his 2-inch axle block. And then up here, we did go ahead and do an equalizer jack, your electric jack on this guy. Does have a manual override, so in case something does happen with that battery, you have your handle right here. Oh, it's not gonna wanna come out from, it got a little stuck right there, but you have your handle right there to pump it up and down if you need to. Your battery box is up here. It does lock, so you have a key for that. You can lock that up. Get your battery right here that's running all of our lights right now. And then we do have the disconnect switch right there. So right there, I just killed the power to my batteries. So if you do stop and park somewhere for a little bit, just make sure you cut that off so you don't accidentally drain your batteries by leaving the light on and then having to pump up and down your electric jack. Matching spare tire located right here. Again, 7.6 wide, so we can locate it right next to that electric jack. There's plenty of room. But that's kind of what we got going on this trailer. Again, 2025 Cimarron Lonestar stock combo. This one was a custom build, 7.6 wide, 7.1 tall. We've got a couple of different traveling gates in there. We've got that larger access gate. We just got a lot going on, so I appreciate you guys tuning in and checking it out with me. Keep in mind these Cimarron trailers are 100% aluminum construction, so you're looking at that full aluminum build with your standard insulated roof on every single trailer. This customer is going to drive home with an 8-year structure warranty and 3-year hitch to bumper. So that's the longest coverage on a trailer on the market today, being that full coverage for 3 full years. So thank you guys for tuning in. Give me a call if you want to build a custom build similar to this. You want to pick and choose some ideas. I'm glad to help you guys out. My phone number and my email will show up on your screen, so don't worry about reading it here, but it is here as well. My name is Michaela. That cell phone's 303-918-6367. Please call or text. Then my email, michaela.geis@transwest.com. I'm glad to email you the spec sheet, show you the drawing, and discuss a custom build for your needs. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.